Okay. Looks like I forgot to zoom in before the stream started, so we'll just do that now. As soon as I find the remote. How's it going, Dr. Irrefutable? Alright, there we go. So yeah.
Hello there.
Hey Ty, how are you? So ReaperCon was fun. Walked away with a lot of miniatures, and I only think I bought about 5 or 6. So, oh man, I bet you're wiped from that, Dr. Irrefutable. Glad you're doing okay, Ty. Yeah, here's one of the things that I got at ReaperCon. It's the pokey stick for this year. It's a dragon's head. So I'm painting one of these up for Michael Mordor, and I'll send it to him. So working on that. And actually here are some of the VIP paints that I got. Was Key Slime Pie, Platypus Teal, and Amaryllis Pink. So I'll talk a little bit about that, and then I'll go to painting the real fake doors. Unless you guys want me to just jump into the real fake doors. Yep. Okay, and then got this swag box triad, which I actually even haven't opened up yet. So here you go, guys. Unboxing. You know what? You're not wrong, Ty. It could be that as well. I think they could only have one nipple pink, and it was Drow nipple pink. So we got Barrowgate Copper for one of these colors. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then Rot Stump Mud. And West Barrow Slate, which looks like a very dark, almost looks like Mechanicus Standard Gray. And then, so yeah, in one of my classes, I worked on red hair. This turned out really good. This was hair and makeup, and please be kind here, but yeah, oh yeah, that didn't. Yeah, the red lipstick did not turn out well. The blush was okay. Like everything was going great until I did the lipstick, and then it just kind of went from okay to very clowny. But I learned things, so that's the important thing. And it went very, very pale on the skin there. And then got a few other minis. Got this one just to practice with. Figured I could do a good, like a transparent, like the robes are transparent and pressed against the skin and kind of showing through on this. Yes, actually, turns out the very nice lady that we sat with at the bar the first night said, yeah, they hold sessions to where they open them up like the day of the con. So I got into 3 classes. One was the hair and makeup on miniatures. One was aging effects on metal. So like I made this dumpster look like it has a bunch of rust spots and scratches and dings on it. Because yeah, it did look like that. It was like this green. And then in the class, I did this. And then there was a non-metallic metal class that I almost walked out of 3 times. Not because the instructor was bad, but because some other jackass was dominating the class, who obviously knew a lot about non-metallic metal, but was in the beginner's class just asking all sorts of questions, and was horrible at reading the room, as most people at conventions are. And not realizing that he was pissing everyone else off. Yeah. So, it happens. Oh, and Ty, I don't know if you've seen these or not. They did not have the moss effect of these, but I got the verdigris and the rust of these solutions. Um, yeah, these actually look like. Front looks awesome. Oh yeah, got these, and then got this bust that I actually have a 75 millimeter scale figure of this gal here, but I want to keep pushing myself, so I'll work on both this and the 75 millimeter version for the con. And I got two that I think might be a bit too spicy, even though I have I think I have a mature filter on this, but if you want, I'll share pictures later with guys. But yeah, I did actually get some nude models to practice on. And actually, my friend who lives down in Texas, she just handed me one saying, "Here you go, you're going to paint this." Yeah, a bit too spicy for Twitch. No, these things, they're like, they're water, but yeah, I may have to just actually test them. But yeah, like, the moss effect actually kind of, it actually makes like a bed of moss when it dries. So, but yeah, I've seen these like on Squidmar's channels and stuff like that, to where, yeah, they seem like they work really good. So I wanted to give them a shot. And I got some more Pearl Krill. I got Jade and Bright Jade, just to try it out. And then, oh yeah, then I got Jin's the Scoundrel. Nice little Goblin Grenadier. And then got a scale color Empire of the Sun, basically kind of a non-metallic metal set, and just yellows. And then, last but certainly not least, even though he's not on the stream tonight, I got this big boy for Sojan. Yeah, as you can see on my personal camera, how big he is. This is a Vile Steel Dragon. And, yeah, the guy who printed it out obviously put it together for the con, but he didn't do that great of a job, so I got some repairs to do. Yep, and he did have a black dragon that I wanted to get, but it got sold. But never fear, Crit Monkey Studios is here to save the day. Dawn actually had the black dragon, and I trust her prints. You know, now that I had more of a chance to look at this, guys, there are a lot of supports still on here and things like that that I need to fix up. Yeah, actually, one of the horns was damaged, but as you can see on the base, he's actually killing a dragon on his base. And as you can see, a few more supports right there. But he's killing a dragon on his base, so I'm just going to turn that into authentic battle damage from the fight. So this will be fun to paint, but I have a lot of fixes to do on this too before I even remotely get started. Yeah, and even Delayed Capture painted one of her first minis there at the convention. So, did a great job at the hobby hijinks and whatnot. So, but yeah, all right, I might kind of get to painting doors. I'll talk more about the con while I'm painting. And yeah, I did not place at all in the competition because, as most of you know, I forgot my minis here back home. And I got to Oklahoma City when I found out that I forgot them. So at that point, it's just like, well, we've come too far to even remotely turn around. Chalk it up as a loss, and I will try better next year. As you can see, I haven't even taken my brushes out of my toothbrush holder. Oh yeah, and went to Medieval Times with one of my friends, and with Delay Capture, and it was glorious. I was going to bring the Dwarf Blacksmith, Ragnar, and then one of the dragon that I painted with the swamp base. Those were the ones I was going to bring, Ty. But yes, Medieval Times was a complete win in my book. Plus, our sections night won the tournament, too. So, double win for the night. Not only did I get to go to Medieval Times, my night won. Yeah, I know, right, Ty? Like, I think I actually had a chance to get a silver with the Dwarf Blacksmith, too. Like, I genuinely was just like, yeah, this is silver work. Like, I think I even painted that one with the intent of taking it to ReaperCon. Because, like, even, like, Kathy Wapple said, Rhonda Bender, I think. She was one of my judges last year. She's like, I expect a silver from you next year. And, like, I felt like that was the model that was going to get me a silver. And I just forgot it. But with getting kids to school, getting the rental car, then getting everything loaded up, we thought we had everything. Turns out we didn't. Oh, well. Them is the breaks, as they say. Thank you, Ty. But yes, oh yeah, I'll enter them in next year, and actually some of the other pieces I'm planning on doing over the next year, I'm going to really try and push myself quite a bit on those, and hopefully those are definitely silver medal winners too. Or at the very least, one can hope. Yeah, otherwise he's just going to go back to Sojan's place, sit on his shelf. Nothing bad's going to happen to him there. Unless his cat goes from being a bush cat to a tree cat really quick, which I doubt she will. Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure we're both going to remember them next year. Like, that'll probably be the first thing in the vehicle or in the bag or whatnot. Yeah, and the drive down wasn't bad either. So... yeah, just, stuff happens. As long as I learned from it, which I'm pretty sure I did, then everything will be fine, right? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so... well, of course, we had to eat at Whataburger, which, that was pretty good. Again, hit an In-N-Out burger, because I'd never hit one of those before, and there's one right by the convention center. Then, We did not make it to the chicken place you suggested, only because we had chicken at Medieval Times the night before, and we didn't want to do chicken 2 nights in a row. But then we hit this place called Graffiti Pasta in downtown Denton, which that was really good. Like, the portions were just perfectly sized for all of us. And then we actually hit, there was this place called Free Play in downtown Denton, where basically this guy took all of these old arcade machines. Like, yes, they had X-Men, they had Terminator 2, Judgment Day, whole bunch of other games, and he puts them on Free Play, and all it costs is $12 to get in, and you stay as long as you want and play as many games as you want, as many times as you want. So that was a blast in of itself. Which silver was I using on the doors? I am trying to remember. I think I might have been using the Pro Acryl Silver. I think. Yeah, it is. No, I did not get the blue cheeseburger. I will next time. Then, of course, when we came back, we immediately had to get Runza. Because honestly, I kind of think Runza is a bit better than Whataburger. I might be a little bit biased, but I still think it's just a little bit better. And that is a local chain here in Nebraska, Ty, just for your point of reference. Yeah, they are. All right. Okay. See you in a minute, Ty. Yeah, overall though, the con was very good. I spent a lot more time in like downtown Denton and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we even went to a Stranger Things store down at the mall. So that was fun. Welcome back, Ty. Hope the delay is a little bit better this time. Yep, and you actually needed... The tickets were free, but you still needed tickets to get into it. Yeah, there were a lot of good entries in the art competition this year from what I saw. Just makes me realize how much more I have to push myself, so I'm going to try to do that now. No, but I did call out some of their cassette tapes because they had a whole bunch of 80s cassette tapes, and then they had a cassette tape of Galaxy Quest out there. Yeah, there really are. And it can be quite intimidating looking at some of those art shows because, yeah, someone did a. Oh, what was the leader of the Silverhawks? I'm trying to remember his name. But someone did him in complete non metallic metal. And it looked like, honest to God, chrome. But yeah, also, like the people they have on their artist alley can also enter in on the art competition. But even then, they're not judging themselves. And like best of shows voted on by like everyone too. So but this is by no means going to stop me from painting miniatures. This will actually kind of help drive me to just do more detailed pieces and just kind of push myself a little bit further. Which, and in some regards, if I want to learn non-metallic metal, I just need to take that plunge, as it were, and just do it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and I know I am, and I see like my growth and everything, but also, you know, as most artists are want to do, they can pick out and point out their own flaws more than their own achievements. But that is just human nature. Oh yeah, and then here's just something I was just working on while I was in the painting area for all of like 30 minutes. It felt like did a lot Did some fun stuff with some turbo dork paints here and here. I was just farting around with it. Just something to kill some time. It's one of the minis from last year. And Ty, before the end of the year, man, I think you need to pick your brush back up and start painting again. I want to start seeing stuff from you again. I understand how life and stuff can get in the way, but trust me too, in some of my harder times, the thing that saved me the most was picking up the brush and just throwing myself into that, and it just kept me busy. I had other things keeping me going too, but it was just nice when I had a lot of nervous energy just to sit down, paint, just kind of let the brush take over, and just my mind could focus on this, because this was something I could control, this is something I could do, this is something I enjoyed. So, I know you've had some rough times, bud, but... And also, you know, I'm just a message away on either Discord or Twitter. So, if you even need to talk, man, I'm here. But yeah, I could have spent way more on minis, but I think I actually controlled my spending quite well while I was there. So I'm proud of myself. All right, bud. It is silver. This is Pro Acryl's silver metallic that I'm using. So yeah, it dries to almost look like a very light gray. Hope that helps, Ty. Okay. Alright, let's see how these washes dried up on the doors. Looking pretty good. Alright. Now there are a whole bunch of lines to get on each of these real fake doors. Thank you. Yeah, and would you guys like to see some of the other con minis that I got, or you just want me to keep on painting?
You gotta pay the troll toll if you want to get into that boss hole.
Okay. So, this bag is filled with minis, and I think I only bought a few of them. So, like, again, got like another pokey tool for myself, another one for another friend. Yeah, so here's like one of the dungeon dwellers that we got. Human fighter, and then ReaperCon 2022 Mouseling came in there. I got their swag box, I think. Did that come in the VIP box? The Mouseling.
VIP.
Okay, yeah, came in the VIP.
I won the Hobby Hijinks.
Oh, okay. And then I got the 2022 brush holder, which looks like a castle. And then, yep, she done did it. Then I got Barty Reed. Got him as a freebie because they ran out of the free con miniature if you visited all of the vendors. They only had 300 at a con where they were having about 3,000 people. Okay, and then here is the mini that you got for staying at the hotel. Tess Ironfaith. Which, yeah, she even has, like, her holy symbol for her other hand. So, that's kind of cool. And here's one that Delay Capture got for herself to paint up. Another pokey tool. Oh yeah, and then some of the Bone 6 preview minis. There's, we got 2 of them. So here's one, just a dwarf fighter, female fighter, or cleric or paladin, but yeah, dwarf in armor. And yeah, here's the other Bones 6 preview. Both of these sculpted by Bobby Jackson. And then here's another one Delay Capture got for herself. A Hair Folk. Oh yeah! This was another one that we got for staying at, like, the hotel, or this was in the VIP. ReaperCon 22. The Summoning. I don't know how well that's showing up. Unless you guys just want me to take this one out of the package. And then Raven's Tor Wrath. Hey, Muse. How are ya? Let's see. Oh, yeah, and then ReaperCon Dungeoneering Sophie. Good. Realize now that you would... Well, talking about ReaperCon, I was painting a little bit, which I actually did get into 3 classes, Muse. Because they actually held some to be opened up afterwards. So I got into a hair and makeup for females, a damaging metal and whatnot, and then got into the basics of non-metallic metal, but I almost walked out of that class because some jackass was talking about variant light sources and shading and stuff like that in a beginner class. It's like, why the fuck are you here? And I think this is another one that Delay Capture got for herself. Oh, okay, let's... Lisette Elven Mage. Oh yeah, and then, during the Hobby Hijinks, I won a ReaperCon Sophie 2018 in her ball gown. Look at that metal goodness there, too. And then just a few doubles. Then Eladari Starbloom, Elf Wizard. Yeah, it was a class person who was the jackass. The instructor was fine. The instructor was Pirate Monkey, but he was very excited to talk to this guy about things, but he just needed to realize that then wasn't the time to talk about it. So, yeah, that's... oh, yeah, and then... Don't laugh too hard, Muse, but yeah, here's my results from the hair and makeup class. Which, she did alright until I put on the lipstick. The blush is okay, but yeah. I do like how this hair turned out, though. Like, I actually got all the colors for this triad. Which, 2 of them were cinnamon red, volcanic orange, and the other one was, I think, like sunrise orange or something like that. Yeah, I could get pics, and actually, yeah, here's the dumpster from the damaging metal class, and I'll find my non-metallic metal mini and post that too. Oh yeah, and then one of the other things we got was a Barbarian class notebook where it has stat sheets there, and then like equipment, but then like little notes that you could just use just on a Barbarian character. And then since you're here, Muse, I'll show you one of the other things I bought. Or I'll show you the other goodies that I bought, unless you were here earlier. Yeah, the hair and makeup, it was a fun class. I actually learned a lot in that class. And same with the other one about damaging up metal, because they actually gave handouts. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, and then I picked this up for myself. And, you know, I know I picked up the smaller version of this, or, you know, the 75mm scale of this, and I got the bust of this. And then I got this one too. And I got two more that I think are a bit too spicy for Twitch. And one was that one that my friend handed to me, saying, and she said, "You're going to paint this." And I said, "All right, well, if delay capture gets mad, I'm throwing you under the bus." To which she didn't get mad. So, oh yeah, and then the same friend wanted me to paint up this character for her. Well, yeah, you'd like it too. You'd like them both. They have boobs. They're very boobily. But then I got this for Sojan. Which this is the Vile Metallic Dragon. But some problems with the way the guy put it together. But I got some fixes to do, which is no big issue for me. I've done plenty of Games Workshop models. Yeah, I will. I'll take pictures of them and put them on Discord. And Ty and Dr. Irrefutable, I'll just send you pics of them too, just so that way you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, because yeah, they're both nude models. And you know, have you ever asked the question, just how detailed do they get with some of these nude models when they're in certain poses? And I can tell you on one of them, they did a lot of detail. Like, a lot of detail. To which the ladies that sold it to me were giggling about it the entire time. Even when I said, you know, I always wondered how detailed they got, and, like, they just tilted it up. And I'm like, okay, that's how detailed they got. Because let's face it, everyone's had that question, and the designers are just too tasteful to just show that. Everyone wants to know. And now we know. And as we know, knowing is half the battle. Yes. But yeah, this one though, I'm definitely going to have fun doing like, why am I blanking on the word? Doing like a transparent cloth, just showing the skin tone underneath whatever color of clothing I'm using here. I actually just kind of liked the pose. The model looked nice. Of course, I dropped it in the hotel room and it broke right at the waist, but I fixed that pretty quick. Oh yeah, and I think part of the hilt broke off in the hotel room and I missed it. Oh well, good sculpting opportunity. Yeah, sheer cloth. That's the word. That's the word, Muse. Thank you. Yes, very correct, Ty. They are very correct. Yeah, even under the art tag, I think that would still get me in a lot of trouble on Twitch. So, because I think I'd even have to do... Yeah, you know what? I'm just not gonna. I will post pictures on... in Discords and on Twitter. But, yeah, otherwise... Yeah. Yeah, because could you even show a nude miniature on... No, because, yeah, Michael painted one on Twitch. But I forget if I have the mature tag on this or not. Well, you know what? I'll show one. Here it is, and I'm covering up some bits there. Yes, she is fully nude. I have to remove a few supports there. But very curvy, very thick. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna just do that over. I might have just. I was
Hello
probably
there.
just gonna send them to you over Discord. Hey, Crypt Monkey. Yeah, and actually, another shout out to Crypt Monkey. They saved the day because the guy who made the one model, he had a black dragon that I wanted, but he sold it. I'm doing good, Crypt Monkey. But luckily, Crypt Monkey Studios. Okay, well, you didn't really see him too well. No, they were all sold out by the time I tried to get them. So, at some point I'll get them. But anyways, so Crypt Monkey Studios had the Black Dragon that I wanted to buy. And luckily they were running a sale. So I actually got it for cheaper than what the other guy was charging. And I know the print quality is going to be way better than the Vile Steel Dragon that I got. And I know if I have any problems, I can just reach out to Don or Ty and they will fix it. Oh, and hey Ty, here you go. Look, I got a good color for you. An animal that doesn't exist with a color that doesn't exist. And then you'll like the name of this one. Key Slime Pie. And then Ty's just calling this nipple pink, but it's amaryllis pink. Hey, Grot Kits, how are ya? And then here's the swag triads. West Barrow Slate, Roast Rump Mud, and Barrowgate Copper. And then I picked up a few more Pro Acryls. I picked up a Jade and a Bright Jade, which almost looks like a turquoise. Oh yeah, and then in their swag bags, I got another mini holder, too. You're not wrong, Ty. I'm not arguing that point. And then actually I found out this actually has some blue tack underneath, and they also have, like, I could use this cork to hold stuff too. I wonder how hard this is to get out of here. Yeah, and then you could just... Nope, doesn't fit. I don't blame you, Grot Kiss. It might be about the same for me as well, where after this I'm probably gonna go up and go to bed. Yeah, the cork is new. Like, I have no idea how that's supposed to... how this fits into the grand scheme of things here. Unless it's supposed to... Yeah, I wonder if... Let's F around and find out. Okay, I found out. Cork fits like this. Yeah, Grok Kiss, I was just talking a bit about going to ReaperCon, some of the stuff going on there. Actually, and I hung out with Big Jim Slade quite a bit, Muse, and Gel Tip and I kept just passing by each other because we were all hanging out at the same table to paint, and he had enough classes that I'd be going to one or going out to do something, and he'd be coming back to the table, or as I'd be coming back to the table, he'd be going to do something. And we actually just had a good laugh at it the entire time. Just like, dude, one of these times we're just going to get a chance to paint together, but I don't know if it's this con or not. So, yeah, it was good hanging out with Big Jim Slade. Flip it over and it'll fit in that other piece. Oh, okay. Yeah, and like Sunday, since we had to get like our rental car back here in Omaha by 5:30, we kind of had to leave pretty early in the morning to be sure that we made it back in time. So, yeah, Sunday was just we woke up, we packed our bags and left. But it was good hanging out with him, and he and I were in some of the same classes too for a bit. Like we were both, like he will attest because he was in the non-metallic metal class as well. That that was just shit. Oh, Eastbound and Down. Okay, that's one I haven't seen yet. So he did, and I learned a little bit there. At least that like my theory is correct on it. Actually, let's see if I think it's in here. Yep. So yeah, like here's some of the non-metallic metal that I learned, and then I did the bracer there and down there. So I learned some stuff. It was just frustrating to say the least. Good, and I appreciate that because your non-metallic metal is going really good, Muse. So I genuinely do appreciate that. And I know I just need to take the dive and just do it more, and just realize that yeah, it's not gonna go great the first couple times, and I just need to keep trying. And actually, I talked to Gorilla with the Brush for a little bit, and he said what he did was he got a model that someone else had done non-metallic metal on when he was learning and copied that. And he said he learned a lot from just doing that. Yeah, he had us go with, oh, it was like a dark blue for the darkest shadows. So yep. Oh yeah, and then here's one of the pokey tools from this year that I just started painting up at the con. Just having a little fun with it. Why, was it supposed to be gel tip or Big Jim. I do need to get to Massachusetts at some point, just in general, but it would be good. Fangard, I don't know if I met him or not while I was there. Or if I did, I didn't realize who he was. Yeah, and I know one of your other, I don't know if she was one of your friends or one of your streamer friends, but I guess she had quite the epic tale about getting to ReaperCon, also with, like, some of the weather. But, yeah, I know she was there hanging out with us, too, for a while. I caught her name only once, and I'm terrible with names at the beginning with some people, so...
The bar lady?
No, not the bar lady. She was sitting by Jim painting.
Oh,
I know you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who
Yeah.
you're talking
I think so, yeah. Kind of a tinier gal. But yeah, like, yeah. Because Jim even said that you would be happy to hear that she made it. Okay. So yeah, and actually, when I first saw Jim, I just said, "Hey, always remember Frank the Tank," and just the way his face lit up there, like there was just a brief second of like, "What?" In the? Oh yeah, Frank the Tank. To which the little backstory for that, for those of you who don't know, was last year Reaper did a pirate game where you had to take on Barty Black. And, yeah, it was Muse, myself, Jim, my dad, and was there another... There's like another person, I don't even know who the other person was playing with us. But all of us went through... yeah, I think I have that on my Frank on the Barty's party ribbon too for mine. But yeah, like nobody lost a unit, and like we were fighting so many ghost pirates and everything, and in the end, Jim's tank character died going against Barty, and we all just cried out, "No, Frank!" And I think he even said, "No, Frank!" So he was Frank the Tank, and he was the only casualty of all of the player characters in the entire thing. So, but yeah, then we killed Barty after that. Like the next turn, Barty was dead. Yeah, and this year's one was just about as ridiculously fun, where you were all the factions and you actually went through a dungeon and you fought Cthulhu at the end. And it was similar to the same rules. I think they just kind of they're fine-tuning them a little bit more. But it was a lot of fun. Yes, I will post that on Discord. Yes, a painted Cthulhu mini. I only went slightly insane. So, yeah, I actually will probably call it a night. Yeah, I was going to paint vines, but then we just got to talking, and that's totally fine. So, yeah, Grot Kiss, and I will probably heed the siren's call of my pillow here too. Have a good night, bud. But yes, yeah, I'll post that in your Discord, Muse. And yeah, the con was a lot of fun. I look forward to doing it again next year and actually remembering my competition pieces. So yeah, the story for that, Muse, was pretty much got to Oklahoma, realized that I forgot the competition minis, and that's about the end of the story. Yeah, it was, but because I was going to take the Black Dwarf Blacksmith, and I was sure that one was going to get me a silver this year. So better luck next year. That's I will for sure remember my competition piece next year. Yeah, I was a bit. I was kind of the "son, I am disappoint" meme at myself. Okay, well, whichever you decide to do, I know you'll have fun, Muse. But on that note, I will bid everyone good evening, and just remember to keep painting.